This project is a Maven plugin that I developed that will insert a copyright header at the top of your source code files, and you can pre-configure a copyright based on what type of file it is, based on the file extension, and then it will automatically resolve the comment tags and things like that that are necessary to put it into that file. I'll put a link to this page. This is my website. It's got detailed instructions. I'm just going to go over it quickly and do a quick demo. Supports Java, XML, XHTML, and HTML automatically, and then if there's a file type that you want to use that isn't supported automatically, in the configuration, which is this file here, it's copyright config that you save anywhere in your projects directory. In the configuration, you can specify the comment begin and comment end tags to use for any arbitrary file extension. Right now, this isn't in a Maven repository. It's not in the central repository. I kind of want to release it as a beta, get some feedback, see if anybody actually wants to use it, and get some input. So you can download the jar from here. Your browser is going to warn you that it could be harmful, which happens. I mean, if you download the jar from Maven, it'll tell you that. So just keep that in mind. If you don't want to download it, I understand, but then you can't use it till I get it in the repository. You can install it in your local repository. The commands here, like I said, the instructions are here. Here's an example configuration file, which I'll go over in just a second, and then here's some example output. So we'll just do a demo real quick. That's probably easier. I have a random project here. It's just a web project. It's got a Java file, XHTML, and a random arbitrary file extension. And then here's the config file. So you specify copyrights for each file extension that you want to apply a copyright to. If you don't add a configuration, it'll just ignore the file. So you can do a different copyright based on the file extension. So if you want to copyright your web content differently because it's on the browser or anything like that, you can do that. So you specify the file extension. So here's Java. It'll automatically, that's one of the supported file types, so it'll automatically resolve the comments for you, and then you can format the actual copyright header here. And then here's the arbitrary one, file type .arb, which may be real, but I just made it up for this demo. And then I did less than character, percent, and percent greater than character as the end tag. So here's comment begin, comment end, because this isn't an automatically supported file type. And I just wanted to demonstrate you can use escaped characters like that to configure your comment tags. And then here's the comment body. This file just needs to be stored somewhere in the project directory. I just have it in the project root. It could be in a folder. It doesn't matter. It finds it automatically. And if it isn't found, obviously, then you'll get an error. But it just has to be somewhere in the project. And then we'll just open up a bash window here. And the Maven goal, I guess I didn't have this open already. You would do Maven, and then the copyright plugin, and then the goal is CR. And then that will run. And if we go back to these files, you can see that that inserted the copyright at the header. Has these refresh when I go to the tab. There's the arbitrary one. And then you can see these comment tags are automatically resolved based on the file extension. Here's the Java comment. And then I also added a remove feature. So you can specify that you want to do removal, and it will match up these headers against the pre-configured headers. So that's an important point and something I may need to work on, how these are removed. If you were to change this header configuration before running that remove, it wouldn't work because it's matching it against this header. So just keep that in mind if you want to remove them all, or if you want to change this, make sure you remove them first. But on that same in the same way, if you run this more than once, if the file already contains the header, it won't put duplicate headers in there. It'll just do it the one time at the top of the file, and if the file already has the copyright, it'll just skip it. Just in case, this does back up the files. This is built automatically when you run the plugin. Any file that gets the copyright added is backed up here before the copyright was added. That's a feature I added just in case, like I said, because this is a beta and I don't want to trash anybody's source code. The only issue is obviously if you had a huge project and you were doing hundreds of classes with this, then this file would be, you know, you're doubling the size of the directory. So that's something I could get some feedback on, or change, or figure out a better method, or try to make it bulletproof enough that I'm not worried about needing a backup. But just in case, I figured I would put that in there. So Like I said, I'll put a link to this page. You can download the jar and run this, test it out, see if you like it or if it's useful, or give me some feedback on features. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks.